Hi guys, so today's reading is going to be on what are those amazing, beautiful, unique qualities that you have to yourself that make you wonderful and amazing as a person. And this is a very self-love type of reading, and I hope that you guys really enjoy this reading. I also offer personal readings. In my description box below you can find the prices as well as my Skype link, and you can message me on there to set something up. And my PayPal link is also in the description box below if you'd like to donate to the channel. Anything that anyone does is always very appreciated and helps immensely. So we have 4 piles today, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. And we are going to get started with pile 1. So, pile 1. I think you guys have a lot of transformational energy. Before I even start this pile, I think that you guys have a lot of transformational energy. You really put a lot of shifts into effect. You really cause a lot of shocking moments and realizations of new perspectives and dawnings of new understandings for other people. Let's see. I'm going to save those for last. We're going to do these ones first. We have somebody who's very in touch with their intuition, very in touch with the signs and synchronicities that you receive from the universe. Somebody who's very in touch with your guides, with your angels, your God, your ancestors, whoever it is that you talk to and commune with. You are very in touch with them. You're very spontaneous, very go with the flow, adaptable, flexible. You have a zest for life, and you have a very big level of curiosity. You know, curiosity killed the cat, but it killed me first. That was one of the things that I used to say on a pretty regular basis, because I'm a very curious person as well. You know, you really hunger for seeing all the things and learning all the things that you can, and you really enjoy just finding out and discovering new things, and you're really able to just go with the flow and blend in and be adaptable and just enjoy life. You're somebody who enjoys life very much so. Satisfied, peaceful, stable, and grounded. You are also very grounded, even though you are very spiritual and very, in touch with the higher realms and stuff like that. You are also very grounded. You have a very grounded energy. You're very peaceful, satisfied, stable, just very confident in yourself, very confident in the choices you make, very confident in the life that you choose to lead. And you don't care what anybody else has to say about it either. You are just very much yourself, an individual. We have the Two of Pentacles. So once again, you're very adaptable, very flexible. You are continuously able to handle the ups and downs of life with ease, grace, dignity, integrity, and you are really very transformative as well. I think you may have had a transformation more recently that led to this more adaptable, flexible, go with the flow behavior and mindset as well, but you bring a lot of balance to other people's lives through being able to really handle whatever comes your way and continue standing. And I think you multitask very well as well. We also have Justice, and we also have the Son of Cups, or the Knight of Cups. So you're somebody very loving, very emotional. You wear your heart on your sleeve. You're very romantic and poetic. At times you might be a little bit emotionally immature. You might place people on a pedestal a little bit, but you've faced some karma because of things like that, and you're really learning a lot from those lessons as well. You're somebody very fair, very balanced, very honest, very open, somebody that people can really connect to on an emotional level as well, and somebody who's really very balanced in their light and their shadow aspects. You're somebody who knows what your shadows are, you accept them, and you allow them to work for you instead of running and controlling your life. And you are also somebody who really expresses your love in very creative, poetic ways, artistic ways, music wise, or writing, or drawing, or painting, or poetry, things like that. You really enjoy expressing your love and your happiness to the world around you. Don't allow others to dismiss you in words or action. Remember your father's words and behavior. Don't be scared of losing. Try your best. Give your fears and worries to a higher power. And bad things happen. They have a purpose too. So you're somebody who really believes that Everything in life has a rhyme and a reason and a purpose, and you always make sure to learn and grow from every situation that you enter or endure. And you are somebody who is always looking for, what is the lesson here and what can I learn from this? You're somebody who is very able of being able to release your worries, your fears, your anxieties, and really able to look at a situation with a calm, balanced mind and heart. You're somebody who really gives a lot of respect to your father as well, and trusts in his words, his behavior. You may look up to him very much so. You may even at times place him on a pedestal. That could have been the pedestal feeling I was getting earlier. You may place your father on a little bit of a pedestal, but know that you have your own unique qualities, capabilities, and ways of handling things, and it may be different than his, but that doesn't make it any less. Don't be scared of losing. Try your best and go after your dreams and leave behind any doubts on that, and allow yourself to believe in yourself. You really are somebody who believes that dreams can come true, and that anything your heart is in is worth taking the risk for. So don't allow, and if your father tends to dismiss you in words or action, don't allow that. Disallow that. Stand your ground, say what you need to say, and be able to not worry too much about what his opinion is going to be about you or what he thinks of you. I need some space to ground myself and find my center. You trust in yourself. You have survived a lot, and you know that you can face anything. Our happiness together is my priority. I know your value. Guard your energy well. You are highly connected. Alignment with a higher purpose. You inspire others with your vision. I'd like to go slow and steady so we can build a proper foundation. So, it might be very beneficial and healthy for you to be able to slowly and steadily try to build a proper foundation with your father as well. That will also help you to overcome any inner child wounds that you may be facing on a daily basis that come from his voice being in your head, questioning you or who you are and what you do. And it'll also make him proud in a lot of ways too, whether he wants to admit it or not, because what kind of parent doesn't want their child to be able to stand on their own 2 feet and face things head on? And that's what you need to do here. But take your time and space to ground yourself, find your center, and I think you do that regularly, which is why you're so able to be so adaptable and flexible. You really inspire others with everything that you believe in and everything that you come up against, and how you're able to really work your way through it. And you need to trust in yourself and know that you have survived a lot and you can really face anything. Remember to guard, shield, protect, cleanse your energy so that it is in its highest functioning manner, because what you have going on in your energy from other people when you aren't doing those things can be projected out of you onto others, and I know you don't want to be doing that. So your happiness together is your highest priority, because you know this person's value and you appreciate them. So just make sure that you communicate what you need to communicate, and you take your own time and space so that you can have that relationship and you can maintain it. That's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear if this resonated with you in the comments below, or if you have a suggestion for a future video. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye. Pile 2, 844. So you got a lot of abundance coming your way in some manner, in your foundations, in your stability, in the structure of your life. You've worked really, really hard for this, and there's a massive transformation coming that's going to bring a lot of abundance for this pile. It was also 8:55 the second time I looked at the clock, so yeah, you guys have worked really hard for this transformation and for this energy to come into play. So, hopeful, faith, trusting, sees the bigger picture. Sincerity, devotion, self-control, stability, and patience. You are somebody who has a lot of hope, faith, and trust in the universe. You're somebody who sees the bigger picture, and you can really pick up on a lot of the small details that go into that. You're somebody who's very sincere in your actions, your motives, what you do, and you're somebody who's very devoted in your affection, in your love, in your stability, in your self-love, in your self-control, in your temperance. You have worked really hard, and you've been very patient for a lot of things that are coming your way, and this is really paying off. This faith, this trust, this hope, this patience, it is all amazing qualities to have. And really, it does make life so much happier when you're not constantly worried or overly upset about things. So we have the Empress, and the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. So you've been on this really long journey. You may have used to have been somebody who really tried to please others and really did your best to do everything for everyone else. And you were building, 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 but it wasn't really getting you anywhere. You are now seeing where the true value lies. And that true value lies in taking care of you and making sure that you are doing what fulfills you most, because that's what will bring you the most abundance and fertility into your life. You are somebody very loving, nurturing, caring, somebody very stable and solid, somebody who is very fertile, very abundant, very just motherly and caring and loving and sweet and kind, generous, somebody that is also very hardworking. And now that you have switched this hardworking energy from pleasing everyone else to taking care of your needs and your desires and working towards your goals, you are really bringing in a lot of stability, a lot of strength, it's just a lot of commitment to yourself and building yourself up and growing and learning, and commitment to this journey of a higher awareness and of seeing where the true value lies, and being committed, loyal, stable, solid, hardworking, honest, filled with integrity. You are very filled in with integrity. So for these ones, they may be more advice than anything else. Costumes are confusing everyone. Yes, pleasing people. That's that pleasing people energy. Believe in yourself, distance yourself, and take action. Many eyes are on you. Don't fear the attention. No regrets. You did your best. So it is time to release any regrets, any shame, any guilt over the past. You have forgiven other people, I'm sure, because look at this energy of this beautiful person. Forgive yourself too. Don't worry about it anymore. Don't blame yourself. Don't punish yourself. Just be yourself and allow the masks to come off, and allow yourself to be okay with all the eyes that are on you, because there might be a lot of attention coming your way, but sometimes that can be very unnerving, especially if you've had to deal with a lot of bad energy in the past. It's time now to believe in yourself and to distance yourself from anyone who is wearing those masks as well and are just running around people pleasing everyone, because they in essence are hurting people as well, because they're good at going and doing everything for everyone until they are filled with resentment and they take it out on everyone. And you may have used to have been in this energy, but you are rising above this energy, and it's time to no longer look back but to move forward into this energy. The energy around you is ablaze. You feel it all. Empath, clairsentient. See, and that's the whole thing too. If you're around that energy and you aren't taking care of yourself, then you absorb that energy and you project it out onto others. I know someone else who is an empath like myself, and they have not done a very great job of self-care for the last few years. They're slowly working on it. They're slowly doing things, but they kind of got stuck and stagnated a few months back and haven't really progressed a whole lot. And it's because they refuse to take time to take care of them, to work on their goals, to do the things that make them feel good, and they constantly say they'll do everything for everyone whoever asks them, and then they wonder and they don't take the time to cleanse or purify or protect their energy, to shield their energy, anything like that. So there was 3 bar fights at the bar the other night, and leading up to what happened, and this person absorbed all that anger instead of being able to transmute it, because their energy was not protected and they were not in the best health, and they shouldn't have been there trying to heal anybody when they aren't doing good themselves, because then you absorb that and you can take that energy and put it other places. And he ended up putting it into my best friend and hit her quite a bit. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why it's so important to take care of yourself when you are this person. I am sorry my walls are so hard to scale, and you may have a hard time letting others in or letting others close to you because of that, because of the fact that you have to protect and guard your energy. But you can protect and guard your energy and still be around people. You just need to make sure that you are taking the time for yourself in between as well. You are very straightforward. You don't sugarcoat things. It can hurt. But when people want honesty, you are the first one on the list to ask. So yes, people come to you for a lot. They come to you for advice. They come to you for truth. They come to you so you can point them down the right path. And sometimes you feel like that's all people want from you, and so that can be a hard reason to not allow people in too. Your strength and stability inspires trust from others. I felt I was hurting us both because I didn't know what I wanted, so I walked away. You are very innovative. You always have the best ideas. You see into my soul, and I see into yours too. You protect all you love with a fiery passion. So, if there is a relationship situation here, you or this other person could have walked away because they were really hard to break through and get to, and they were having a hard time exposing who they really were and showing their true face. And so they felt like they were hurting you because they didn't know what they wanted, and they really didn't know how to drop this mask and let you in. And they were worried about letting you in because you're this beautiful, amazing light, but they want you to know that they see into your soul, and you see into theirs too. They want you to know that what you see is the truth. What you feel is the truth. Trust your intuition. You are somebody very protective, very fiery, very passionate, and you would protect anyone that you love. When that happened the other night, I actually grabbed that person and pulled them off my friend and started pulling them towards their car, and they ended up elbowing me and knocking me down on the ground. I hit my head, my knee, my wrist, my butt. I have bruises all over me this morning. That actually just happened last night. And you're somebody who would do that. You are going to step in when you see something that is wrong, and that's because you feel it so deeply, and you can't just turn around and walk away. And this person may have had a very hard time turning around or stepping in instead of turning around and walking away because they were so busy trying to make everyone else happy. And I'm sure at points in time in your life you have been there too, because I'm sure most empaths have started from that. So anyway, you are very emotional, very intuitive, very loving, very passionate and fiery, very self-protective, and just beautiful. You have a lot of great ideas, and you really are very strong and stable, and you inspire everyone around you to be a better person, to want to learn, to want to grow, to want to take this journey to build themselves up to something that is a good person who is doing the right thing. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear if this resonated in the comments below, and if you felt like this sounded like you. And I hope that you have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye, guys. On to pile 3, 1733. So, pile 3, I think that you are on the path towards enlightenment, and you have a lot of ascended masters and angels watching over you, protecting you, guiding you, and really you are doing a good job of working hard and visualizing and manifesting the life that you desire into being, and the life that is your path, because that's what we desire most of all. So we have loves reading, introspective, thoughtful, knows self, extrovert, open-minded, versatile, talkative. So you're somebody who may be extroverted and introverted. You may be an amnivert, somebody who enjoys your time alone, your space. You love to learn. You love to be really introspective and to go inside yourself and understand yourself more. You're very thoughtful of other people, and you really know yourself, and you enjoy reading a lot. You enjoy learning a lot. You enjoy growing a lot. But at the same time, you also enjoy getting out there, talking to people, meeting new people. You're very non-judgmental. You're very capable of fitting into many different places, and you are really good at talking and communicating. And you enjoy talking and communicating so much, and people can really see that energy on you when they're around you having a conversation with you, and it makes them want to stay and talk to you for hours, I think. Some people may want to take up a lot more of your time than you want to give at times. So make sure that you are doing what you want to do as well, and not just doing something because it makes someone else happy. The last pile had a lot of doing things to make other people happy. And that's just what I thought of with that. So we also have the Emperor, the Three of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man. So if you picked both pile 2 and 3, there was actually a slight love message that snuck into pile 2, and you know what? There might end up being one that sneaks into this one as well. The Empress was in pile 3. So if you feel drawn to watch both, that could be why. It could be both sides of this, of the whole, you know? So anyway, We have somebody who's very strong, authoritative, solid, stable, somebody who enjoys doing what is best for everyone involved. And that sometimes includes making the tough decisions and tough choices that can hurt some, but it also is the best for everyone involved. Sometimes the choices we make don't make everyone happy, but they do have an impact. And as a true leader, like the Emperor is, you know and understand that you still have to make that decision. And you try to make the decision that is best for everyone involved in the situation. You may be a teacher as well. You're somebody who really enjoys learning, growing, overcoming obstacles. You really believe that your faith can move mountains, and you are very set on your path. You are somebody who takes the time to analyze situations, to see different perspectives, understandings, ideas. You're somebody who really takes a pause before you leap into something so that you can learn, so that you can grow, so that you can understand, so that you can really put in the effort to create what you truly desire. You're somebody very strong, stable, and confident in and of yourself as well. And you do a very effective job of commanding a room. You may be a boss of some sort in your field of work. And if not, you may be very soon. Forgiveness is needed here for yourself and others. So you may have some forgiveness that you need to work on that can help. You might be a little bit rigid in your thinking or your mindset, and you might not understand the way that everyone else around you does things. There's a need to really forgive not just others but yourself as well, because a lot of times when we are judging others and we feel like there's something they're doing wrong, we can find some of those things in ourselves as well. So take the time to look at yourself and to understand yourself, which you generally love doing, and make sure that you are forgiving yourself, and make sure that you are forgiving others as well. You may also be somebody who teaches others how to forgive and how to move beyond conflicts. A place for everything and everything in its place. Before acting, think. So, yeah, you might be a little bit rigid. You might be a little bit hot-headed. You might be a little bit stuck in your own ways, stubborn, dogmatic. And, you might think that everything has its place and nothing can come out of that place. Well, sometimes places are going to change, people are going to change, things are going to move around, and it's okay. It is okay. It's okay to allow everyone to go on their own journey and to make their own decisions and make their own mistakes and to do the things that they do. You are somebody who really enjoys thinking before you act, though. So make sure that you are doing that in each situation. Free yourself from overthinking. So think before you act so that you can respond instead of reacting. But a lot of the way that we can bring ourselves to peace so that we can have the peace of mind to even think before we react to a situation is by freeing ourselves from overthinking, from constantly turning something over in our minds over and over and over and over and over again and hoping for it to somehow change when all we're doing is just drilling that point into the ground. And it makes us anxious, it makes us fearful, it makes us judgmental, it makes us hurtful when we overthink things. And sometimes we don't even notice it because we're so stuck in our own heads that we can't see anything outside of ourselves. I've been there myself once or twice before as well, so don't feel too bad about that. So anyway, you are a mess some days, but I still love you. So it doesn't matter how much of a mess somebody is, you still love them. And that's what's amazing about you as well. But if you're not forgiving them, then you're holding a lot of resentments towards them. Children are a big part of your future, whether yours or that of another. Others may not have always noticed your efforts, but they do now. Way to put your foot down. I find peace in your arms. You are very healing to me. You are growing energetically. Remember to rest as you grow. Being around people, helping, and feeling useful is what fulfills you most. You have been through so much struggle, but you always find your balance again. Boy, there ended up being a lot of these ones in this one. Climbing a ladder can be hard work. Remember to rest. Slow and steady wins the race. You definitely light my fire. My blood boils when I am near you. So, yeah, there's definitely a love message that snuck its way in here. And if you feel drawn to watching pile 2, go ahead and watch pile 2 as well. It can either be that you're very balanced in your masculine and feminine energy, or it could be that this is the masculine pile and that's the feminine pile of two sides of a situation. But you are somebody who enjoys being around people, helping, feeling useful. It really fulfills you to be able to do that. It really fulfills you to be around children as well. And whether it's yours or children of someone else, they have a big part in your future and what you are working towards. And you know, a lot of people in the past may not have taken you seriously. They may not have noticed your efforts, but they really are at this point. And it's because you put your foot down and you stood your ground. You stepped into your masculine power. You learned how to be accepting of that side of yourself and to put it out there. You have been through so much struggle, but you always manage to find your balance again. You learn from the struggle. You grow from the struggle. And you know that obstacles are just stepping stones on your way, on your path. You are somebody who's growing energetically. Remember to take time to rest out, because that will help you in this growth that you are making and in overcoming these obstacles. Self-care is a must. And you may be a mess some days, but it doesn't matter because you are still very loved. And remember that slow and steady wins the race. And I think you are somebody who is very capable of knowing that slow and steady wins the race, because any true leader knows that anything worth having is worth the time and patience to build it up. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear your feedback on whether or not you felt like this fit you or your situation, and I hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye. Pile 4. Pile 4. So, I think there's a lot of balance that you bring to situations. And I think that you are very protected and guided on your path. There's a victory coming in for you in some area. Independent, adventurer, on the go, entertainer. So there could be a victory coming in for you in the entertainment industry of some sort, whether that be a YouTube influencer, whether that be a social media influencer, whether that be acting, modeling, whatever it is, artistry, magician. You could be a magician. Anyway, loyal, loving, sweet, caring, go-getter, passionate, leader, charismatic. So you're somebody who is ready to go after what you desire. Somebody who is a leader, is very charismatic, capable of talking and communicating very effectively, very well. You're somebody very loyal, loving, sweet, caring. Somebody who really puts in the time and effort when you feel passionate about something as well. You're somebody who's very independent at the same time. Even though you're loyal, loving, sweet, and caring, and you're very passionate, you also are capable of having situations and relationships in your life that are not codependent but are interdependent, because you enjoy your freedom, you enjoy your independence, you're very adventurous, you really enjoy being on the go a lot of the time. But even when you're on the go, people would be able to trust you that you are not cheating on anybody, because you're also very loyal. We have the Four of Cups, we have the Sun, and we have the Ace of Swords. So you're somebody who may guard your heart a little bit. You're somebody who may be a little emotionally guarded. You're somebody who may really take care of yourself emotionally as well. You may even hold back emotionally at times because you value your independence so highly, but you really are very bright, very optimistic, very hopeful. You have a lot of action-oriented passion, drive, ambition, motivation, go-getting, goal-setter, goal-breaker, somebody who really speaks the truth and is able to cut to the heart of a situation very effectively and easily as well. But at times you may keep yourself a little overly detached from situations because you don't want to put your freedom and independence at risk. And at the same time, it is good to detach yourself emotionally a little bit from situations when you're an entertainer, when you're on the go, when you're constantly moving around, when you are expected to be this person who breaks through things and cuts through things and expresses truths. You can't be too overly emotionally invested in a situation, otherwise you won't be able to be honest. And that's the whole thing, is you are very, very honest, but you're also very stable in your emotions as well. You're very stable in your emotions. You're very fiery, very passionate, very bright, and you really bring a lot of loving energy to a room when you enter it. What is behind your mask? What is behind this need to guard your heart? Why do you feel like you need to protect yourself and protect your emotions from the world? Is there some sort of truth that you might be avoiding within yourself? Something that really hurt you and caused a lot of pain and made you feel like you couldn't be loved? Because there might be a lot of people around you trying to show you a lot of love, but you just may not be allowing them in. Strange things are happening. Sometimes it's necessary to play the fool to the fool who thinks they are fooling you. You can overcome anything. So just know that you can overcome anything. And, I think you may have a few different trust issues with people. But know that there are a lot of mysterious things happening. There's a lot happening behind the scenes. There may be a very big blessing coming your way emotionally, but you may not even see it yet. And it might be because you are guarding yourself so fiercely from outside interference emotionally. Know that you can overcome anything, and you can really find that balance within yourself. Overcoming all the challenges has been tough, but it will be well worth it. You are starting to notice what has true value. Trust these new desires. You are being guided. You love others unconditionally, but you walk away when necessary. You can love from afar. Peace and persistence are both important on your path. Without death, there can be no life, and vice versa. We each have our time. Live life to the fullest. You never wait for tomorrow. You know today may be all you get. Your empathy is your greatest gift as long as you don't let it run you. Clairsentient. By the way, pile 1 also had the other empathy card as well that said they were clairsentient. So if you feel drawn to that, go ahead and watch pile 1 as well. Your smile meets your eyes. Your authenticity is refreshing. You are very high energy. Your love and light fills up any room. That's what I was saying earlier. Your presence is felt. I love that fits so well like that. My mind is always on you, even if I don't always show it. Plan carefully, move forward one step at a time. This is a long-term project. Persevere. So you are somebody who is very goal-oriented. You are somebody that when you decide you love someone and you are committed to them, even if they don't know it, you are working every day to be towards them. And your peace, your persistence are very important on your path. You are really very persistent, determined, somebody who feels things very deeply, somebody who may need to know that without death there can be no life, and vice versa. And it always happens for a reason. Transformations come into our lives at the times they're needed, and you have always been able to overcome all these challenges, and you will be able to overcome this as well. You are starting to notice what really has true value to you. Trust these desires because you're being guided. Don't wait for tomorrow. Do it today. If you feel passionate about something, do it. You are somebody very high energy, and you really fill up a room with beauty and love and peace when you walk into it, and you really love others unconditionally in a beautiful way. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear if this resonated with you or if you felt like this sounded like you in the comments below. And I really hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever